This is Brian, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. Gonna get right back into some Blitzball here. I have 4 games left in this league for the status reels. I did consider a couple of things to maybe speed this up a little bit. Well, first of all, we do have our rematch with the Albed Segs here. I'm going to kind of try to just get things in quickly. I'm not going to worry about getting any text or any of that. And I think I'm going to try to actually just finish up the league here today. I was looking for the options here. Thought you might have... I thought I might have the option to forfeit a match. Don't recall though if you can actually just do that or not. I'm not gonna do that, but I thought about it and I was like, well, that would be one way to speed this up, and it's worth mentioning, I think, for people that don't want to play any more of this than they have to. Because by this point, I am getting fairly far ahead in the league, and yeah, if you get to the point where you can forfeit a match or two without losing first place, then why not? If you don't like Blitzball, at least that is. Man. Jetta really got up in there. Okay, probably not going to go in, but he can't really pass it out very well anyway. I probably wouldn't forfeit this one anyway, just because the Albed are one of the better opponents, and I want to give them as many losses as possible. But against like the Kilika Beasts, I mean, yeah, I'm fine with giving them a win if I had to. Brother's got a high enough pass, this should be fine. Yeah. Let's see if the check shot has enough to make it past Nimrook here. No, not quite. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try to look for a case where I get Titus up close in there, but I don't have to break to anybody, so I can use the sphere shot again. Nimrook's catch is just too high. Lappa does have a pretty high shot, so I'd rather not give him an opportunity here. Might not have a choice though. Well, he turned around and went back into Rop and gave Titus a chance to catch up. Or maybe it was Titus he ran into, but either way, I don't know why he'd do that. And now, why pass? I mean, Iger does have fairly good shot too, but you're just wasting time and you're not scoring. Okay, well, they do have the sphere shot, but he's not going to get to use it. All right, pass to brother. Gonna have to break because his pass wouldn't go past anybody. Well, we made it past that part. Okay. Gotta break at least to one of them here. Okay. Now it just depends on if I have enough separation here for Titus, and if he can get to the goal fast enough. I got enough time on the clock, I just don't want the defenders to catch up to him. Okay. Now let's hope for a good roll here. Not the best. Good enough though. Alright, let's just run out the clock. Wedge gets the second slot. Suppose let's give him a tackle then, since I already have a pass on him. Could go for a shot, but I don't really need him to be a scorer. Okay, brother, draw him out. Try to get enough separation. Yeah, the worst part of it though is Titus just doesn't understand the assignment. Need to stay put down there while I'm drawing everybody else away. Yeah. Want to try for a sphere shot again. I was hoping to not have to do the break, but oh well. Let's just give him a shot. Probably won't go in, but you never know. Well, I thought he should have gotten that one, but we'll see if we can take it. Should be able to. Yeah, brother got enough of a hand on it to let Titus get it. Not quite right up on it, but if it would have gone any closer, I would have drawn the tackle, I think. Good enough to score. Rolled pretty high on the sphere shot there, too. That helped. And I'm fairly confident that should be enough of a cushion to give me the victory here. Wedge and his shitty pass stat. Once again, a little farther out, but I didn't want the defenders to get on him. Another good roll for the sphere shot. Brought it down to 19, but it was good enough. Stop following Titus. Yeah. If he would have stayed put, I would have gone with the pass to him and tried to score again. But since he kind of followed with the pack there for so damn long, not gonna have enough time to do anything with it. We'll just get a little more experience. And another victory. Was there ever any doubt? Yeah, maybe for a little while. Alright, shot goes up. And HP. Lock up for Wedge, that's good. More endurance, too. And another catch for Jamal. I think that's the first time he's gone up in that category. Anybody's contract's up? Hooligans. But they re-signed her. Yeah, we're getting close to the point of having double the points of the second place team here. And he's got 3 times the goals there. Let's hurry up and get into the second one here. But like I said, let's see if we can finish the league off today to get those reels. Wasn't even paying attention to who we're playing here. Who is it? Alright, well, this should be an easy one. The Killica Beasts. I didn't really need to do the Venom, I don't think, but... well, I guess I didn't take it, so... This tackle still wasn't good enough. We got it anyway, though. Alright, what are we gonna do here? No. Probably just do a eject shot. We'll take the easy route. That poison's really taking his HP down quite a bit. Let's see if we can wither him too. Yeah, they're kind of keeping up with Brother alright. Okay, got far enough away. His pass is pretty beastly, so he can go almost all the way across the sphere pool here anyway. We probably could. I still had 6 to spare there, and that was fairly long distance. She actually got pretty close to taking that away. Considering a 16 and a 10. He only had 2 left. Nap pass, huh? Well, hopefully I won't even give him a chance to do it. There we go. And his endurance is halved. Oh, taking the whole team. Yeah, there's one straggler there a little ways. I could go to Wedge, but we'll just keep boosting Titus up here, I think. See how high I can get his scoring total for first place. And I really actually didn't mean to pass. But I guess in that case, well, I will let Wedge get a shot off here. Yeah, he's not getting past these two. No, he shouldn't. I suppose there's always a chance that Brother doesn't get a hand on that. Go with the spheres just to add a little to make sure. Since this is a little ways out, I just wanted to make sure I had enough time to get the shot before time ran out. There we go, with 6 seconds to spare. Well, the time counts faster than seconds, but you know what I mean, right? And halftime. Alright, Titus and Brother are both 12, so another slot for each of them. Good going there. And more endurance, and oh yeah, he did gain more speed there, so he's even faster now. What else does he have for me to put on him here? Nothing, I guess. I suppose. He doesn't really need help with pass, but in case he's getting blocked by a couple people and he can't break to him or something. Could help. Should be close enough for his 3 pass to get to Titus, I think. They're almost on top of each other. I think normal's fine. As long as he gets through this. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, their goalkeeper kind of sucks. I guess for the most part, their whole team kind of sucks. I was gonna see if I can just run one up the middle here with Brother and score. So I think I mentioned last time that it's typically what I start doing eventually is, that's my bread and butter, is just have Brother get OP to the point that he can steal the ball and then just run up the middle and score. Nobody can stop him. And especially if you do that a lot, then he'll just keep getting more experience points and keep leveling beyond everybody else anyway. Yeah. Kind of make it to the point where I like Brother as a character due to the fact that he's so good at Blitzball in Final Fantasy X. Not really a fan of his hairdo, the mohawk thing. And I don't know what I think about his tattoos, really, but for his Blitzball play, we'll give him a pass. But then when you get to Final Fantasy X too, he is just one of the worst characters I've ever seen in a Final Fantasy game. Most annoying. That's saying a lot. Because it seems like there's always at least one annoying character that you just hate in a lot of these games. Maybe not everybody, but for me, yeah, I can always typically think of at least one or two that I'd really rather not have in my party. Let's go back and think about it. Well, the first three for the NES probably don't really count as much because your characters didn't really have personality as much and interaction. But then once we got into the SNES, so Final Fantasy IV, probably Edward was that character. Just because he's kind of a, I don't know, weak, whiny little bitch kind of. He had some positives, of course, but I mean, almost every character's going to have something good about him. They wouldn't, otherwise they know nobody would use them, I'm sure. Although maybe that's part of it. Make a challenge of using the crappier characters. This one I think I'm going to have to pass out because he's not going to be able to break to all of these and still make the shot, but he might be able to get a pass out of there. And then you get to Final Fantasy VI. 5 is another one that's kind of like, well, you just have a cast of 4 or 5 characters, depending on how you look at it. So I don't really have as much room to not like any of them. Suppose if I had to put my least favorite character in that one, I'd probably say Ryle, just because of the way things work out with the story. Yeah, we're just gonna waste some time here, and then I'll pass it to Brother here, I think. I didn't know I was gonna have to break to 2 of them. Let's see if we can get through both of them. Final Fantasy VI, I would probably say, even though I know a lot of people like him and he can be a very powerful character when you get into it, but just personality-wise, I'd say Gao. Final Fantasy VI has a lot of characters, though, so you get a lot to pick from. There are a couple of them that just don't have much behind them at all, like the optional characters Go-Go and Umaro. But that also makes it so that there's not as much for me to be annoyed about with them. That makes any sense. The Gao's pretty annoying. Setzer's kind of lackluster, but he doesn't really annoy me. Final Fantasy VII. Probably have to pick between Yuffie or Kate Sith. Once again, not saying they're characters that don't have any redeeming qualities, just the ones that are the most annoying to me. What about 9? Aiko or Amarant, maybe? I can see Tina kind of being annoying, but I didn't really mind Quina too much. And the abilities that she or he or whatever you want to call it gains can be pretty good. I'll bet, huh? Okay, yeah, that's expected. Guado beating the Albed, yeah. Well, I guess that puts the Guado even higher up the ladder. I'm surprised the Albed are that low in the order here. You're much better than the glories and the goers, I think. Well, at least the goers. Jasu's contract expired. I mean, not using him for now, just to keep him on the team. I'll do that. Talking about annoying characters, where was I? Up to 10? Final Fantasy X. That's where we're at. That's this game. So if we're just looking at character party members, I don't know. None of them really stand out to me as that I don't like in this one. Like Waka and Orin the best, probably, but that's partially for their abilities. I think Kamari tends to fall beside or behind a little bit usually for people because he doesn't get that much story in the game. He doesn't talk a lot, and the way he starts off in the sphere grid, he gets kind of shut out as being as useful as other party members as you go. And Lulu, magic just seems to get kind of overshadowed, I think, by the end of the game. But other people might beg to differ on that. That's just my personal look at it. If you're going to talk about characters that aren't playable, probably the most annoying one for me in this one would probably be Shalinda. And 10-2, yeah. Like I said, Brother is really annoying in that one, but he's not actually a playable character, so out of the others, you only have 3 playable characters, so that's not quite as big of an issue there. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any distance on the pursuit here, so I'm just going to have to face up against him here. I can break to... yeah. The second 2 have pretty low attack. I could try to break to all of them, but I'll just do 2. And then we'll do a normal pass to Titus. Of course, unless they take the ball from me. Okay. Final Fantasy XI, I never really played enough to get to the point, and I don't know if you get a party in that one. Like, I started it, but I could just never get into it. So I don't really even know if you get a full party or not, or how they deal with that, since it's an MMO. This should be good enough, I think. Final Fantasy XII. What about characters in that one? Are there any of them that annoy me? I kind of like all of them alright in that one. They're not like really strong characters for the most part, but they're fine. Vanello, maybe? I feel like she kind of gets a backseat as far as her involvement in the story, because everybody else has something more tied into it, it seems like. Final Fantasy 13. That would be more of a matter of trying to decide which characters are likable compared to which ones aren't likable. I don't hate that game, but The story and the characters are a little lacking, in my opinion. Now let's see if we can survive the tackles here. I'd probably say I like Saz the best out of 13's characters. I think it's supposed to be written that, or at least based on the sequels, it seems like Lightning's supposed to be like the main character, but I don't really feel like it goes out that way in the story as you go through it. They're kind of all in it together. Yeah. And that's my thoughts on bad party members in Final Fantasy. Because I've never played 14, 15, or 16. And I haven't played through the 13.2 and 13.3. Tactics is another one I've played, but that doesn't really have characters in that way that interact that much. At least in my opinion. I suppose you have, what's his name? Argus? He's kind of a dipshit. I should probably pay a little more attention here and actually try to score a few shots. I was getting distracted with my thoughts of poor characters. Let's just try to let Wedge go in and score this if I can get up there. This should be good enough. Okay, guess not. Oh, jeez. A lot of the breaks on the odds here aren't coming out well for me in this one. Should still be good enough to win, but we're almost at halftime and it's only 1-0. But yeah, I don't really foresee them getting to the point where they're going to be scoring against me. Not the way it's been going so far, at least. Just run it out, Zealots. Alright, pass, block, HP. More block for Zealots. Trying to get rid of it before too many of them converge on me here. And now Titus should only have one defender to contend with down there, it looks like. Might have an encounter before I even get close to the net, though. It depends on if they force it. Yeah. Kinda figured. Let me dribble up farther. Okay. Uncontested, other than the goalie, so normal. Yeah, let's just do a sphere shot to make sure I get it, since we only have one so far. Way to go, Titus. Yeah, Knight is the one they signed and let their other player go, but I don't know. Doesn't seem that great. We'll just do a normal one here. Hopefully it'll be good enough. Nope. Guess I should have done this for your shot. Get it back, brother. He does have a pretty high pass, though. I don't think this has much of a chance. Yeah. Maybe if it was just without a defender there. But with Zealots there, didn't have enough on it. I think I'll have to try to break the two of them. Well, that's not looking good. Oh well. We'll just keep it a lower scoring game, I guess. Haven't seen too much action for Rob lately here, so that's good. Tempted to try for wedge. That's a fairly long pass. I think I can make it with 11. Oh yeah, no problem. Minute and a half left. And maybe Wedge wants another shot. Yeah, there's way too many of them around. I suppose my best bet is to do this, but I still don't like my odds. Well, he got poisoned, but he might survive this. Nope. Good old jack shot should give me another goal here. And that should be about it. Because by the time we got the tip off after the goal, it'll be up to, yeah, it'll be close to 450 by the time they really get the ball going here, I think. Time's up. Okay, Titus and Wedge both going up, but shots up to 20. And endurance and attack up there. Contracts up. Barrick, but they re-signed him, as they should. Alright, one match left. We're up by 12 points. And yeah, 35 goals for Titus. Let's go ahead and finish this up here. Might make it a little over an hour for me, but that's alright. I think this is the Ronsa, right? I didn't look at it, wasn't paying enough attention, but I don't think I've played them a second time yet. Or did we start with them when I ended yesterday? For my rematches? Might have been. Maybe it's either the Luca Goers or the Ronsa. Okay. It's the Luca Goers. Since they seem to think they're competition for me, let's try to shut them up. To 10. I think I should get that. It'll drop a few points, but it's still much more than 10. Titus is poisoned. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Probably still has enough HP to get most of my stuff I want to do down here. Not gonna let him score, are we? Well, it's 15-15. Bastards. But shutting out most opponents. I'll take a eject shot then. Wonder if people ever die playing blitzball. You get the wind knocked out of you by the ball and you're underwater, so you drown. They might have fairly quick emergency personnel ready to rescue him. Then again, normal people can survive with their holding their breath for like 10 minutes while playing a physical game like that. Probably has something to do with fireflies or some such thing like that. HP drained. I think that's the way they deal with things, or they should in Final Fantasy X's world, right? Anything that's hard to explain, just say it's because of the fireflies. This probably won't make it. Now it is 10 to 10. Okay, made it. Another one of my predictions proven wrong. I was kind of thinking I was content to just run out the time, but if I can get a shot off here, we might make another one. Oh yeah, should be good. Gotta finish the league season out strong. Yeah, brother had a lot of experience in that one. His shot went up, and his endurance and HP, so more of a beast. Only got one half to deal with that here before. Oh no, I guess I got the tournament yet too before I have to reset data. So we'll be able to count on his upgrades for that. And that makes this tournament nice too because I don't have to start off from scratch, so it should be easier to win. Even if I get the Albed. So if I can do the tournament in one day and then get it set up for the last league, then we should just have 3 more days of league. So 4 more days of blitzball, and that should do it for me. Then we'll probably move on to monster capturing or picking up other random treasure. There are more eject spheres I can pick up, although I can't get to all of them yet, I don't think. I know where they're at, but there's one of them at least that is blocked off. Yeah, that's alright. One of them's blocked off by an enemy that I don't think I can beat yet. I'll try to break to him. It's not looking promising, but yeah. I'm up by 4, so I'm not really too worried about keeping it neat and well executed here. Put him to sleep. Yeah, didn't put him to sleep, but we got the ball. Well, I don't think Zealots is a match to get past Grav here, doesn't look like. Tackle slip. No. Okay. Wedge has enough endurance at least to get past that. But can I make it to Brother? I think so. Yeah, it was down to 1, but that's good enough. And this should be another goal. Yeah, tackle slip is a pretty nice ability. Probably could have tried to learn it for somebody if I was still setting my techs, but wanted to just kind of speed things up without you putting that part into it too. Either way, we're probably screwed, so... Tried to pass last time, that time we tried to break. Grop wasn't having it. Man, that tackle slip has been working well for him. I don't remember what the percentage chances of that working are, but he's had like 3 in a row or so that he's slipped there. Just run out the clock with brother. Yeah, I think if you actually want to run out the clock, if you come over by your own goal, I don't think they actually will chase you there. I might try that out at some point if I get up by a lot and want to just let the time tick away. Okay, Rob's up to level 8. He was falling a little bit behind there. Pass up. Brother with a lot of good stat gains again there. And Autoguado expired. And they hired Q. He's actually pretty good, from what I remember. Like, not one of the best players maybe, but a decent one. And Agar, of course, yeah, they should re-sign him. He's pretty good. Jutta gets re-signed. Lacken gets re-signed. Hickson does not get re-signed. They signed Belucha. Not terrible, but not great, I would say, for her. And yeah, 30-18 is second place, so we take the league. And Titus easily got that. Wedge even had second place, and brother wasn't too far back there. Aurochs have ended the season at number 1. Please accept this prize. Waka learned Overdrive status reels. Titus is the top scorer, so we have obtained a renamed card. And our level went up to 3. Bloody expired. Yeah, just for those 3 games for the tournament, why not? So we're going to go ahead and call it here for today. What we're going to start next time is another tournament for the next Overdrive for Waka. Because he has 4 total. The other one is the Aurochs reels. And that will be the prize for the next tournament I want to play in. And if it doesn't show up, all you got to do is just keep exiting out of the Blitzball menu, I think, to get it to show up eventually. So we'll do that next time. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow. And we'll catch you next time.